Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be looking at the new Oden's Eye Merry Christmas palette. This released just a few weeks ago with the Christmas Eve palette, but today we'll be looking at this one. We'll create 3 looks. I'll give you my thoughts, some swatches. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so I've never tried Oden's Eye. I'm so excited about it. This palette retailed for $43.90 US. I did buy both. So I bought Christmas Eve and Merry Christmas. But today we're going to look at this story here. It is gorgeous, you guys. I mean, I had never tried the brand, like I said, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. Like, the performance of it is incredible. These 2 palettes went viral, and I mean, it's one of those things where everything goes viral. Not really. It's really hard for stuff to go viral. Collections are not selling out like they used to. We saw that with Pat McGrath recently, Lisa Eldridge, and other indie brands. Like, they're not selling out like they used to within minutes. And so for these 2 palettes to go viral and be completely sold out, even after the second pre-order, is kind of a big deal. Here is what the palette looks like. The swatches are incredible. The mattes are really, really good. They are a little powdery, but I don't get any fallout when I use them on my eyes. And the shimmers are really good. There's a good mix of like the soft, chunky shimmer that we see with Unearthly Cosmetics. This has been a really popular type of shade this season. And then we have some metallic shimmers and then some like shimmers that are less opaque, more like toppers. And so I think that this palette has everything that we need. So I used it on Instagram the other day. I think it was Christmas Eve, and everybody's like, duh. Oden's Eye's been a thing, but I didn't know. And so today I'm going to show you how I created 3 Christmas looks. One of them is actually pretty light and springy, which I think that's the theme with these 2 palettes that I'm seeing more and more. Is these 2 palettes, although they're Christmas themed, they're pretty good for all year long, you guys. So before we get into the first look, please consider subscribing if you haven't. I like indie, luxury, drugstore makeup, just makeup in general. We like to have a good time. We do some new reviews, some get readies with me, new makeup releases. So if that's your thing, definitely subscribe. Give the video a like. That helps my video quite a bit. And for all the other makeup that I'm wearing, everything's listed in the description box below, so make sure and check that out. Some of those links, if you're interested in other makeup, are affiliates, so I make a small commission. Doesn't cost you anything, so I appreciate you using those links. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. Colors are incredible, these shimmers. Holy crap, you guys, this shimmer. And here's the final look I wanted to show you up front, up close, I guess. This is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, this morning I'm feeling something minty, fresh, something light. So I'm gonna go with this shade called Best Wish, and I'm going to go with the wispiest brush I have for that, which is the BK Beauty 201, and just very lightly go over the crease, just a wash of color. Now we're going to go in a little more targeted to the shade New Leaf, BK 202, got a little more of a tapered . It's such a pretty tone. Now I'm going to take a wispy, tiny little blending brush. This is pretty small. This is the Rougher 13. And I'm going to go into Happy Ending, which is this matte black. And just barely tap the brush. Just to add some intensity here. Whoa. I just barely touched it. Oh my god. I'm going to go back into the shade that we went in before, New Leaf. The second shade, and just help blend this out. The point of having a black in the palette sometimes with a colorful palette is to intensify some of the colors that are in there, so that's why I took the green leaf and I'm using that to blend so it can take on more of this green color but deeper. Blending out nicely though. Okay, the last shade I'm going to use, just because I wouldn't normally use it, but I want to push myself outside of my comfort zone or try different color combinations that I normally don't. So I'm going to go in with the shade Bless. It's this really beautiful shimmer. I would not go for that pink, but that's why I want to do it. So I'm just gonna grab it on my finger there and just pat, pat, pat. Ooh. It really is a beautiful shade. I just wouldn't think to pair it. Like, I always think yellow and green or blue and green. I never think pink and green. That's so pretty. I love it. I absolutely love it. Also, because the black was so intense, I think it gives it like a really nice softness. I love this so much. Wow, let me finish and I'll be right back. Hey guys, okay, here's the final look. Let me just bring you in close real quick. So that's what it looks like there. I really love how the black, you see the black there? It just intensified the outside, but it didn't change the color too much. And I just love these shades. I'm really happy now that there is this pink shade because I wouldn't normally put something like this in a Christmas palette, but I think it turned out really nice. And even though it is a Christmas palette, and it has Christmas packaging, it's nice that we can use this during the year because I would totally rock this during like spring, summer. It's just so pretty. Let me bring you out so you can see the whole thing. Okay, so there we go. I am loving this. I'll put all the makeup that I used in the description box below. Definitely check out my foundation combination because I'm loving it. But I use the ColourPop liner in a glow in the lower lash line. It launched with like their tropical collection earlier this year. And then the lipstick that I'm wearing is BK Beauty Warm Spice in the liner. And then Kindness as a lipstick. Look at how pretty it is. Just a really pretty peachy, like neutral look. I love it. I love it. So yeah, this is look number 2. I hope you like it. Let's get into the last and final look. Good morning. So for our last and final look, what I thought I would do is something green but neutral. Yesterday I was inside the Sephora store and I was swatching the Dior Khaki Neutrals palette, which I really like. I like it. But then I started thinking, wait, I've seen similar tones in this palette, so I'm just going to try and recreate what I think I would do with that palette. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the gingerbread shade here. And I look so pale, you guys. Trust me, I'm losing color fast. It's so cold in Dallas and not a lot of sun. Okay, so this is a lot warmer than the neutral in that palette, but it's just to get a similar look. Next, I'm going to go in with a smaller detail brush into the shade Matcha Cookies. It looks mossy in the pan. It looks a little, there we go. Really nice green. This is the A504 from BK Beauty, and I'm just going to concentrate it here near the lash line and just slowly blend it up. That looks pretty. I'm going to take my Unearthly Cosmetics 8-3. It's that slanted one that I like. And I'm going to go into the shade Christmas Tree, this deep forest green. And I like it because the brush is slanted. So I can just concentrate it very near the lash line, very close. I guess that's why I like it. It's like an eyeliner brush. It's slanted that way, but it's thicker, so it helps you, instead of creating just a small eyeliner line, it helps pack a little bit of shadow there for blending. I think it's interesting. The shades are the mattes are powdery in the pan. Like I have to tap it off, but I don't have any fallout, you guys, like none. Using a Sonia G crease brush to blend. I don't want that harsh line there. There's a white shimmer in the Dior Khakis, which I don't have here, but I'm going to go with this one, Jingle Bell. It looks green, but it doesn't have a solid pigmented base. It's kind of a sheer, one of those topper shimmers, so I think it'll be really pretty. I'm just going to very lightly. Ooh, that's a lot of pigment. That looks pretty though. Okay guys, here's the final look. I love it, love it. I think I came pretty close to duping it. Aside from the green shimmer, I think it looks pretty good. I could have used a cool tone brown or something a little more mossy in the crease, but I think between Christmas Eve and this one, I have it. So anyway, let me pull you out and give you final thoughts. All right, so final thoughts, duh. Oden's Eye, I've never tried it. It's amazing. I am sad that it's sold out. I think that they would do good to bring it back one more time because there's been so much hype. Really excited to have tried this palette. I hope you enjoyed all 3 looks. I do have a video coming up with Christmas Eve and 3 looks with that one. So definitely consider subscribing. Give me a like. Share the video with somebody that you think might like it or somebody that bought the palettes. That really helps me. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!